Hey everyone, James here. Just wanted to do another brief video to let you know how Blue's going on his kind of life journey. So he's going really well. So it's been a few days since I've done the last video because mostly what we've been working on is just the stuff I've touched on in previous videos. You know, we've just been working on his look exercise, you know, his ability to give focus when asked to, and he's doing very, very well at that. I'll do another video later on demonstrating the stages I work through with that, but ultimately now he's at the point at 11 weeks of age where I can turn my back on him, ask him to look, and he'll come around to the front of me and make eye contact with me on that command, which is really, really good. That's what I really want, you know, for him to do. And we've also been working on his down as well, so starting to teach him the meaning of the word down, so I can get him to lie down. I prefer that to a sit, in that I feel it's more of it's a more stable and secure kind of control position, and a position that's much better for helping your dog exercise some impulse control around distractions and so on than just a sit. So I tend to focus a lot more on that than the sit. We've also been increasing his socialisation, obviously, so at this point, at this age, socialisation is critical for him, so he's still been coming out to work with me and driving around, and we also took him up to a market in a local town last night, and there's lots of crowds of people and lots of other things going on, and so he was going pretty well there. He was a little bit nervous about the crowds, but he worked his way through it, pretty good. And in that context as well, I'm always very careful not to baby them, you know. So he's there, he's a bit overwhelmed, he's looking at all these people, he doesn't really know where I am, although I am just on the other end of the lead. So in that context, I just wait for him to find me again. So I just stay nice and passive. I might kind of kneel down or crouch down so he can find me easier, but I want him to work it out. I don't go kind of mollycoddling him, picking him up, kind of going, oh, there, babying, grabbing him and all that kind of thing. I want him to work his own way, you know, through his problems. So, you know, if he feels, you know, for a few seconds there that he's kind of on his own and he's abandoned a little bit in his own kind of, you know, that's the way he feels, I want him to be able to work that one through and ultimately try and come and find me or one of the other members of the family, because that's really what I want. If I want him, if he ever gets away from us and doesn't know where we are, I want him to try and come and find us. He's got the ability to do so, you know, the olfactory ability and so on. So as long as I teach him about other things like road safety and stuff like that, you know, that'll empower him to be able to look after himself in the world in which we live. What we've been also working on today is gradual introduction of him to the other dogs in our household. So we've got two other dogs. We've got two spaniels. We've got Scout, who's a working English Springer Spaniel, and we've got Banjo, who's a working Cocker Spaniel. Scout in particular is a very, very highly strung, very nervous, quite reactive dog. So we've been very careful to introduce him gradually, okay? So even though we've had Blue here for a week or two now, something like that, and they've been sleeping next to each other in their crates and that kind of thing, we haven't actually had them out and about together unsupervised yet. And that's a really important thing. You know, we allow them time to interact with each other, but when we're there to supervise them, and also when we feel that their demeanours are in the right place. So that means that with Blue's, you know, demeanour, I want him to maybe be a little bit tired, he can be feeling a little bit playful, but I don't want him too crazy because that's going to scare Scout. And equally, I want Scout to be in a frame of mind where he's not afraid, because if he is, he may react unpredictably. So what we've been doing today is just allowing them a little bit of time together as usual. They're still trying to work each other out, but the most important thing I can mention in this video is you'll see that we've actually got Blue, you know, the puppy, on the lead. Okay. Now you might think that we would put the older, more dangerous dog on the lead, but actually I find that keeping kind of closer control over the puppy, it means I can shape his behaviour, because his behaviour is going to be the trigger. you know, Scout, I know will investigate him. I know he'll be able to exercise that impulse control and be calm, so long as we can keep Blue calm around him. If Blue amps up and starts going a bit crazy, then that's going to scare Scout, and he may behave unpredictably. So by keeping Blue under control, and Scout's under control anyway, even though he's not on the lead, you know, I've got good recall with him. If I tell him to leave something and come away, he will. So I've got that good control over him. And ultimately what I want to do is set them up with a learning outcome where they're both actually going to learn the right lesson, which is to engage with each other politely, calmly, quietly, you know, and just enjoy each other's company. They don't need to go nuts together. So allowing them that bit of supervised time today with Blue under control on that lead, you know, really allows us to make sure they have a good interaction. We keep it short, you know, maybe 5 or 10 minutes maximum, and then we can separate them again, and they can have a little bit of think about that and kind of go, oh yeah, each other's not too bad. The other video I wanted to share as well today is we came up, it's been 2 weeks since Blue was last wormed, so we gave him his Milva Max worming tablet yesterday, and in his poo today we've got a nice big fat worm. Lovely video here, apologies for those sensitive amongst you, but you can see it quite clearly there, you know, in the poo, which is great. It means we're getting those parasites out of his system. Puppies have those parasites. It doesn't mean he's a dirty dog or anything like that, it's just they do have them in their system, so you've got to make sure you keep up to date with their tick treatments, worming treatments, as well as their vaccinations while they're at this young stage, you know, just to help keep them healthy and happy. That's all for today. So I hope you enjoyed the videos, hope you find them useful. As always, any questions, please put them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. But otherwise, I'll see you all in the next video.